remnants of Hurricane Fran have sort of stepped in here to the Silver Bowl and have created a little bit of havoc here to open this game, Warren.
Why would you say that?
Well, we can see it happening.
Oh, it's not too bad up here. We welcome the Panthers, of course, of Panther Valley here tonight. Second game of the season. We come off a big win at Tamaqua area, and the Panthers dropped a tough 25-13 loss to Lehighton, which is their backyard rivalry from what we've always understood. Coach Williams told us last night at Supper Club that he felt a couple of bad breaks. Panther Valley should have won the game. They kind of dominated the game, but they couldn't put the ball in the end zone. Right at the half there on the 4-yard line, they couldn't score. He said, and after the half came back out, they kind of let up a little bit, and in fact, they were winning at the half when they went in, and Lehighton came back to beat them. Now, unfortunately for the Panthers, now obviously you're coming against a team that is highly regarded around the region. The Panthers coming off a loss. They're a young team, not expected to be a big force this year. Their forte, at least it was last week, is passing. Now they're going to be passing in what is gale force winds most of the time tonight. So their game plan offensively, at least, has got to have a little bit dampening on it. You will remember the Panthers last year. We beat them handily the first game, the regular season game. And then they came back in November, and they were an Eastern Conference playoff team in AA, and they were beaten 36-0 down here on our way to an Eastern Conference championship. So we've seen a lot of the Panthers, Blaine, in the last 2 years.
Talk a little bit about the starting lineups here for the Red Tornadoes. Starting on offense tonight at split end number 30, Sean Jamin, a senior, 6'3", 185. Tight end number 83, Eric Higgins, a senior, 6'3", 195. At tackles, number 56, Gary Dunn, a senior, 6'2", 220. And at guard, number 66, Joe Chicatano. I missed the other tackle, didn't I? At tackle number 76, Mike Boyer, senior, 6'4", 245. That has something to do with the age of the eyes, you know that. At guards, number 66, Joe Chicatano, senior, 6'2", 185. And at the other guard, number 65, Rick Harris, a senior, 5'8", 205. At center, number 75, John L., 6', 275. And at quarterback, number 6, Vic Kornaski, senior, 6'3", 220. Slot back, number 27, Dave Evans, 5'11", 175. The fullback, All-Stater, number 41, Joe Costello, senior, 6 foot, 200 pounds. And at tailback, the speedster, number 22, Brett Veach, senior, 5'11", 175 pounds. Red Tornadoes kicking off. They deferred on the snap of the coin. They won the toss of the coin, and they deferred, so they will be kicking off. Receiving will be Panther Valley. The defense, as we set it up, well, we'll wait till the kickoff here, but then we'll set up the Red Tornado defense for you tonight, which just proved to be awfully fast last week, Warren.
Yeah, they totally outmatched a Tamaqua Raider team. And I think this is, you don't want to brag so much, but you look at a team like this, you have the true mix that you're looking for of size and speed.
That's right.
I mean, they're so quick that you're not going to get around the corners on them. And inside, they're so tough, it's tough to run up the middle. So defensively, they're a nightmare.
And also, you're talking about the speed, about our ends keeping everybody contained to the inside, but also defensively against the pass. You're going to need a tall quarterback to see over the line. As we stated last week, we have some tackles that are 6'1", 6'2". You got your ends that are 6'2", 6'3". There are some rather tall people to look out over into the flat.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, number 64, Mike Sinkovich. Short kick, hits on about the 10-yard line. Picked up by number 30, Shemansik, and he carries the ball into a pile in on the tackle, 47, Steve Sinkovich, also 44, John Kalinowski, 54, Jeff Evans, and 29, Dan Malakowski. The defense for the Red Tornadoes, the young sophomore line, Jason Malakowski at tackle, number 60, 54, Jeff Evans, the nose guard, number 64, Mike Sinkovich at the other tackle. At defensive ends, the seniors, 6'3", Eric Higgins, number 83, and Sean Jamin, 6'3", number 30. We'll get to the backs in a moment. Davis, the quarterback. Hands off, big hit from number 66, Joe Chicatano, the linebacker, for very little gain. Mike Boyer was in there, number 76, to start at tackle. And it appears he comes in for a little bit of the first series. The senior tackle comes in, but then Malikoski or Sinkovic, as you see here, now coming in at the tackle. At linebacker, number 41, Joe Costello, number 66, Joe Chicatano. At the cornerbacks, 22, Brett Veach, and number 29, Dan Malikoski. Strong safety, number 27, Dave Evans, and at the free safety, 21, Matt Montgomery. Second down and 11 to go for the Panthers. Davis back to pass. Try a screen. Incomplete. Third down and about 10, but a lot of rush going on there, and we held our linebackers back, Warren, to keep that play to work.
Yeah, had he caught the ball, he would have been dropped for a loss. Again, the keys of the game here, from what we've seen last week. Now, I mean, 2 games don't tell you the whole philosophy here, but Panther Valley obviously felt that they could throw the ball, and they could throw the ball against Lehighton, and they threw it 25 times or a little bit more than 25 times. They have a quarterback they're pretty high on in Davis, number 11. He's a senior, and he's throwing the ball to a junior. His main target is Bonner, who is, if you remember, one of the used to be a coach here at Panther Valley.
That's right.
So 2 good athletes, at least in those 2 skill positions.
Davis back to pass. Big rush from Costello. Almost intercepted by Chicatano and Evans. Panther Valley faced with a 4th down and 11 and a punting situation.
But the only thing that you're looking at here is a strong defensive backfield. A lot of experience sitting back there with that crew. You have Brett Veach, and just in that case there, we had Chicatano dropping back into the flat with Costello blitzing. So you get so much movement in the line there, or defensively anyway.
Number 11, Mike Davis with the punt, taken by Dave Evans on about the 45-yard line, up to the 50, finds some running room up to about the 48-yard line of the Panthers. Nice rush that time by 64, Mike Sinkovic on the punter. Davis appears to be the punter, the kickoffer, and the quarterbacker.
Yeah, he's truly one of the
he goes everywhere.
He's
right.
one of the skill people, and you know they rely on him heavily throughout the game.
Hand off to Veach, off the right side, finds some room up the middle, gain of about 12 yards, good for a first down on the 35-yard line.
I tell you what, as you look at the field, it looks very thick and plush. You know, usually you see a brown spot here or there, but it looks like it's well maintained. And with the way the rain was coming down, you know, within the last hour or so, you think the footing would be a little slippery down here. But Brett was making some nice cuts going through the line.
Fake to Veach and Costello, back to pass. And in and out of the hands of Higgins. Big rush from the ends that time by the Panthers.
Well, Vic never saw the end coming in. Never.
That was Pete Malaska, number 88, the defensive end.
Yeah, the backside end came unblocked. Now, I don't know if he's designed to be unblocked or not, but he came in quicker than Vic expected, because just as he was letting go of the ball, and that's why the ball was short, he got hit.
Second down and 10 for the Red Tornadoes. Handoff to Veach. Finds little running room, but not too far down for about a 2-yard gain. Third down and 8 for the Red Tornadoes. Ryan McGee, number 45, into the lineup at slot back for the Red Tornadoes, replaces Dave Evans.
Wind is truly gusting now and really swirling down. You can see the rain patterns even starting to swirl now.
Costello off the right side, finds some running room, almost a first down. Looks like it's going to be about fourth down and about 2 to go.
Yeah, and this is 4-down territory, I'm sure.
Oh, it's about 4 to go.
They're not. I still don't think they're going to punt.
Evans back into the Red Tornado lineup.
Ball's down on the 29-yard line of the Panthers. 9 minutes, 34 seconds remain in the first quarter. The rain has been fairly steady since the start of the game, although the wind is probably the bigger factor right now than is the rain.
Oh, a good call by Vic Karnaski, and that shows the senior quarterback getting them off sides, and a good job. They went on a long count, and he got him to jump.
That's when you're the opposing coach. That's when they try to wrestle the gun out of your hand. You try to shoot yourself on that play.
What you do see, I'll tell you what, with the wind coming in, it's not a straight wind coming in from the south end and going out the north end. If you look at the rain pattern, no matter in what standard, it's going one way or the other on all the standards. It's a swirling wind coming in, so it's going to play havoc on passes and on punts and specialty teams.
Yeah.
Red Tornadoes first down and 10 on the 25. Karnaski back to pass. Looks in the corner. Oh, the wind caught that pass. And incomplete to number 30, Jamin.
I think, you know, I really believe that passing is going to be done with. I cannot believe you're going to be able to pass the ball in the conditions that are out there now. No. It's raining heavier now than at any time since the game began, but the wind is still getting worse, I think, as the game progresses.
Well, and Karnaski, Vic had thrown that ball to the corner of the end zone, and it only made it to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you got to do this on the ground, I believe.
Second down and 10, big rain coming down now. Snaps back, pitches to Veach around the right side, penalty flag. And this one looks like it's going to be called, well, there he's moving his flag back. Looks like it'll be called against the Red Tornadoes.
I didn't see anything there. I think that's what it is.
A holding call against the Red Tornadoes.
You know, he threw that right at the lead blockers as they were going out. Unless he was more towards the line.
You know, it's starting to worry me, though. Take a look at the field. Look at the lights bouncing back and forth. The light standards are swaying back and forth, and it's creating a strange pattern on the field here. And it's not making me feel too good.
I see a lot of umbrellas just blowing inside out. So big gusty wind out there, and it neutralizes the whole game. Things you were going to do, you can't do anymore.
This whole game has changed already, and if it continues like this, it's really going to be a mess of a game.
Pitch back to Veach. Finds some running room. Good block by Gary Dunn. And coming up making the tackle was number 11, Davis, after a gain of about 8 yards. He had one man, but there were two defenders coming out. Made it a little tough.
Well, you can tell, even by the way he's running now, that certainly conditions have deteriorated on the field. He wasn't able to cut, and he was stutter-stepping his way to make a cut.
8:21 left in the first quarter. The ball back on the 25-yard line, so third down and 10 yards to go.
This will turn into a power game pretty much, I believe.
Karnaski back to pass. Over the reaches of Jamin, and again, not anything to do with Vic, just the wind picking the ball up. That time, the wind lifted the ball and kept it above everybody. So Mount Carmel faced with a 4th down and 11.
Basically, he had a better shot at running at that time. To tell you the truth, he probably could have picked the first down up.
And the way Vic runs, he's looking. He's going for a first down. He's going to pick it up.
He's a fullback playing quarterback.
Back to pass again. Big rush from the end this time. Screen pass to Veach. Finds some running room. Good cut up the middle. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Some nice blocking right in there in the line.
Chicatano
there, Dunny.
Higgins.
65 Ricky Harris, 75 Jonathan Elson. There was just a pileup of people right in there when it all happened, and Veach broke through the middle.
The bus was plowing. Put a plow on that bus?
Well, there's a couple of them down right now.
The bus was plowing. 2 Panther Valley players have gone down. They were in the middle of the blocking melee as it went downfield.
Well, I'll tell you what, those two right there were one of the first 3 hits. There were three interior linemen that just came back and crushed those 2 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Big, nice screen pass for the Red Tornadoes, though.
Yeah.
8-play, 48-yard drive for the Red Tornadoes. It took them 2 minutes and 36 seconds, courtesy of Jose Gonzalez.
I hope you're going to tell him that he's standing next to us. There's no way they're going to believe we would have known that otherwise.
Still timeout here for the injury on the field.
He's up anyway.
Play actions can kill you. It was a play action. It was a play action screen, just a real perfect pass.
And you know, if you ever play defense, the thing is you're waiting for the play to develop. You know it's going to be a screen pass, and you're standing there. Now, the receiver catches the ball, and now you're moving up. And when you're moving up and you got a lineman that weighs probably 30, 40, 50 pounds more than you with a head of steam on, it doesn't tickle.
That was number 39, the linebacker, Craig Stroll. He's 5'8", 155-pound junior, and that's what you're getting at right there, Wayne, that he is a lot lighter than some of the linemen that were out there.
Oh, he got hit by a tour bus. What do you expect from him?
64, Mike Sinkovich in to kick the extra point. Snaps back, good snap, kicks away, and it's good with 7:45 left in the first quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 7, the Panthers from Panther Valley nothing. Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, 64, Mike Sinkovich.
Nice wall, nice wall. Ooh.
Shemansik took it and hit nice by number 44, 64, Mike Sinkovich.
Oh, nice hit by Cinco. That was he had a nice wall, but what he did was he outran the wall. He got ahead of it, and then he was alone, and it's not good to be alone.
Not when Mike Cinco's there.
No, it's not good to be alone.
Shemansik is 5'10", 165-pound junior. First down and 10 for the Panthers on the 39-yard line. Davis, straight drop back, looks over to the sideline.
Ooh.
In and out of his hands, but hit nicely by 29 Malikoski and also Joe Chicatano there.
He's going back to the huddle and telling him, don't do that again.
My ribs were exposed, right?
Don't do that again.
Actually, he picked him up off his feet. That's exactly what happened.
.45 in the backfield now. Dave Scheitram for the Panthers. Davis saw Red Tornado saw movement back to pass, hit and
fumble.
Big
Who is that?
hit by the Red Tornadoes. Dave Evans.
Oh my goodness!
What a pop!
Oh man!
Number 25 was the receiver Pat Vito, but boy, what big hit over there!
Oh my goodness! That was a nice pass. That really was. That really was. He was under a lot of pressure. He threw a nice pass.
Well, big rush from the Red Tornado defense that time. 7:24 left in the first.
You'll remember that catch sometime to come tonight. That put a welt on him somewhere.
Attempted catch.
There's a welt growing on him right now.
Has Rydell over his back.
Davis. Draw play. Oh, read by the whole interior, but finished off by 64. Mike Sinkovich, also 41. Joe Costello in there, and 54. Jeff Evans. Punting situation for the Panthers.
I don't know. You think Cinco seems a little bit angry today? I don't know.
I don't know why.
He's a little out of sorts. It must be the weather. I don't know.
Probably doesn't like the rain.
Probably this kind of weather plays havoc with his hair. That's what it's got to be. And he's just out of sorts. Unfortunately for the Panthers.
Number 11.
And maybe me.
Number 11, Mike Davis back to punt. Go ahead, guys.
I'm going to be quiet for a while.
Well, you don't have to. They just called timeout. Timeout called by the Panthers.
I was going to say, he had a good game last week, so I don't know what his problem is.
Davis in punt formation about the 25-yard line. Dave Evans, 27, and Malikoski, 29, deep for the Red Tornadoes. Malikoski's going to take it on the 36-yard line and just couldn't get around one defender there, so he's tackled on about the 33. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Wojtowicz needed to be taller. He reached over him. That's what happened. He had good blocking position, but he couldn't get up high enough.
The Red Tornadoes take over on the 33. And right now, there's just a little drizzle falling. It's not quite as blustery as it was for their last drive.
And it's falling straight, believe it or not.
Karnaski hands off to
Costello.
Up
the middle,
off the right side. Number 45 in on the tackle, which has come into the game. He came in when someone got hurt. That's Scheitram. He was not in the game. I guess Craig Stroll, number 39, the other linebacker. Well, Scheitram's in a... No, he's at a linebacker there, right.
The other linebacker was right. Went during the screen pass.
He got
touchdown.
hurt. There goes a player out, probably because of blood. A rule this year is any blood on the shirt or anything, you have to go get it off the uniform and then also get wherever the injury is taped up.
I might add that's also a rule here in the press box. I don't know what you two guys are doing in the offseason.
Number 90, Chris Reese, comes in at defensive end for the Panthers. Second down and about 6 yards to go. Boy, I'll tell you what, Karnowski working the long count tonight, and again, looks like a nose guard pulled offside.
See, I don't like that rule, though. I like the rule when you had a touch. You know what I mean? I don't like the rule where the defense should be allowed to move around. What the heck is a neutral zone? I mean, I don't like that rule. I just don't. It takes a little bit away from the game.
The secret is for Jonathan to get his arm out as far as he can, so that little nose guard just puts it over the ball. Then it's offside. That's
true.
It.
You can control where the neutral zone is that way. You're right.
Second down and about 2 to go. Handoff to Veach up the middle. Good for a first down to about the 46-yard line of the Red Tornadoes.
I think looking at the Panthers, I think the biggest difference in Panther Valley this year, and I would say this year compared to the last 5 or 6, is this is one of the smallest teams they've brought in here. They used to bring in like the biggest guys. I don't know where they were getting them from.
Yeah.
But this is a relatively small football team compared to what we're used to.
5:37 left in the first. Red Tornadoes in the lead, 7-0. Karnowski back to pass. Big rush. 42 in there, the linebacker, and they're going to down him on about the 25-yard line. Big rush that time from 42, the linebacker, and number 88, the defensive right end, which is Pete Malaska. Good job by Malaska that time.
Well, that was one heck of a loss. My goodness, where he's walking back to. That play didn't look right from the beginning. There was something odd about that play.
I couldn't tell if that was supposed to be a pocket and set up, or was it supposed to be a roll out?
What we were doing there, but it's...
Well, it looked like that Malaska comes hard from his right defensive end position, and he's breaking it up a lot.
Well, it's 2nd and 29, so he came real hard. They can't even see the first down marker where they're at.
Evans goes in motion. Inside handoff to Veach. Finds some running room and a nice tackle made. Down on the bottom of the pile, we'll get who's coming up there. Number 88, Pete Malaska, the defensive right end.
So if you remember, Malaska's a name that we've heard for some time here at Panther Valley. That's a football name, so to speak. In fact, wasn't Malaska the good linebacker last year?
Right. I think
he was a heck of a
brother,
football
though,
player.
because he was different size than this.
Yeah, but he was a heck of a heck of a football player, and this guy's falling right in his footsteps.
And he's a 6-foot, 175-pound junior. Karnowski, straight drop back. Big rush, fumble on the play, ball's loose, recovered by the Panthers. This will be first down, Panther Valley from the 28-yard line. First turnover by either team, and it's a fumble on the Red Tornadoes.
Well, defensively, what they did, they brought 6 men up on the line, and they got the 2 guards on either side of our center, and they shot towards our guards, leaving a gap somewhere along the line. And what they did was they shot the linebacker, the middle linebacker, right up through the hole.
66, Tony Sharamel coming off for, and that's the one we always say wrong. Saramelli. Remember, I always said Saramelli, but I went over and I talked to the boys tonight, and the boys from Lansford say Shermel. That's it. Not even spelled close to that, though.
No.
Tony's a senior, 6-foot senior, and big series here for the Panther offense. If they're going to get it rolling, this is where it better happen. 7-0, Red Tornadoes in the lead. First down and 10, Panther Valley. Davis back to pass, looks over, hits number 88, Malaska. Good for about a 5-yard gain. Nice pass that time. Good tackle made over there by Dan Malakowski at the right cornerback.
That was a nice play. I'll tell you what, I would have guaranteed that to be a running play. And they fooled us that time a little bit.
Well, that's what they did. They showed play action to the right. The halfbacks, everybody else coming this way. Quarterback rolls left and hits his halfback or end out on the flat.
Now, I was a little surprised at that. That's a nice looking play, though. I think we'll see that again.
Second down and about 5 for the Panthers. Motion to the right side. Going to try a draw play. Big hit in there by number 66? Yeah, 66, Joe Chicatano.
I think they should stay away from the draw play before they get so many
I
kills
think so. Cassidy was standing right over the top. Come on, get up.
That play has not had any success so far this evening.
3rd down and 6 yards to go for the Panthers. 2:39 left in the first quarter. Davis rolls to his left. Big rush from Chicatano. And boy, Davis is close to a first down. He did a nice job of, someone jumped up, leaped in the air, and he ran around him, and he's close to a first down for the Panthers.
Good play that time by the quarterback. He did that all on his own.
That was Jamin. Jamin was up in the air. It looked like he was up about 10 feet.
Yeah, Davis is a skill athlete. He's a kid they talked about last night at Supper Club. And again, a senior, so he's been in the program for 4 years. He knows what he's doing.
Summers and Scheitram in the backfield for the Panthers. Davis sets the Panthers. Straight drop back, short pass. Now lets one fly to the corner of the end zone, and that one's incomplete. Looked like he was going to throw a short one, and then he just left it fly to the corner of the end zone. Good coverage that time by 22, Brett. 27,
27.
no, 22.
No, I thought it was 27.
27, Dave Evans. I did too.
It was good coverage, but I don't think the pass was never going to make it anyway. It was too far to the corner.
2nd down and 10. Timeout called by the Panthers with 2:14 left in the first. 7-0, Red Tornadoes in the lead. A little bit about Supper Club last night. I missed it. Good turnout or not?
Yeah, we had an excellent turnout. Really did. I did save a seat, though, that was less empty where your butt should have been parked. But we had a good turnout, a great turnout, really did. We did well. We had 4 young men with us, and, of course, 2 beautiful young ladies. The cheerleaders were with us again. I got complimented by the cheerleaders, by the way.
For what?
I'm not sure yet, but I don't care. As long as they said, like, thank you, I was happy. They actually knew my name, too, which was pretty good, although they were reading it. I saw there was a slip of paper underneath one of their plates. But there was some compliments being thrown around, which I accepted gracefully, as usual, you know, even though I had no idea why.
They're few and far between.
Well, they don't come that often, so I'm ready for them. But, yeah, we had a good time. A couple of new faces, a couple of new parents were up there last night. And we got some room left. I mean, don't think it's too full to come. Next Thursday night, tomorrow night,
right?
6:30 at Matucci's in that back room. You show up. We had chicken parmesan.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. You know,
you missed the goodie that one. So,
next week.
Good night.
So what are you having next week?
He didn't tell me.
Okay.
I asked him and he didn't tell me.
Davis pitches back. Summers around the right side. Big hit by number 27, Dave Evans, and also holding on to him, 64, Mike Sinkovich. Gain of about a half a yard. 3rd down and 11 yards to go for the Panthers. The ball's on the 19-yard line.
We had a rare feat last night. You don't see that very often, although we have seen it now in the last couple of years. We had a true freshman with us last night, and Al Bailey came to visit with us. It's always good to see a young man like that come to us.
Davis over the middle. Incomplete, almost picked off by number 21, Matt Montgomery.
We had another guy, a guy that I did not know, and I have to admit it, he's not someone that I knew. I'm looking for his name. Vogler.
Jamie Vogler.
Yes, Jamie Vogler was there.
He's number 72.
Yeah. Great young man. I mean, again, very seldom do you run into somebody that I don't know at all, and he was one that I did not know. Spoke quite well, from the heart, had a great, and I'll tell you what, great haircut. Excellent. Had haircut of the night.
Like yours.
He had haircut of the night. He was my main man.
4th down for the Panthers, 11 yards to go. Davis with single back formation, and his left guard goes offside.
You know, with a haircut like that, it's a shame to wear a helmet.
Really?
Yeah, well, they make you, though. It's a rule.
This is a dead ball foul, illegal procedure called against the Panthers.
We had John Kalinowski with us last night.
And I guess number 40, Damian Ziegler, right?
And
the
we had
senior.
Damian Ziegler with us, the senior. Again, and I'll tell you, there's another guy.
So I do check on who you have there.
Damian, another, had a great speech last night. Said some really nice things and a really poised young man, and that's what you like to see. It's just a great thing to meet these kids and to hear what they have to say.
4th down and 16 for the Panthers. Davis back to pass. Looks in the corner of the end zone. Broken up by 29 Malachowski, and this will be 1st down, Red Tornadoes.
Now the Panthers are turned away from their best threat so far in the football game. Still a minute 21 in the quarter to go.
Good defense that time. They spread Davis out. They didn't let him get around the corner to run with the ball and had to throw it over the head of his receiver. Red Tornadoes come up on the line. Costello for about a 5-yard gain. Good blocking that time. Got him through the middle.
I'll tell you what, you have to give the center, Jonathan Else, a lot of credit. He's taking on the nose guard there. It's Joe Chicatano taking on the linebacker and Mike Boyer on the right-hand side. I mean, every time we're running up the middle between our two guards, Ricky Harris and Joe Chicatano, and the center, Jonathan Else, they're making some holes. They're picking up 4 or 5 yards.
Kodaski, quick drop back. Hits Jamin. Good, close. Oh, incompleted pass. Looked like he had his elbows under it.
No, he didn't argue, though.
Nope.
It's a sure sign he didn't have it. He didn't argue.
3rd down and 4 yards to go for the Big Red. Ball on the 31-yard line. Evans split far right. Jamin split far left. Oh, great play to Veach. And gets to about the 44-yard line. Good for a 1st down.
That was good line play by Mount Carmel, but also the Panthers took themselves out. They blitzed the linebacker that the play went to. He blitzed inside and took himself out of the play. That's why the hole was so big on that side. He was sealed right off on his own.
And he came up. He came up in front of the middle linebacker. That was the whole thing. He came up right over to center and went left.
Veach has 6 carries for 47 yards.
Oh, I was going to say the ball never got centered there, guys. Everybody kind of left, I think.
I think
Bus was on a different timetable than the rest of us on that one.
Different cadence.
Dead ball foul, legal procedure against the Red Tornadoes.
Bus was in a different time zone that time with no problem. You can always tell when the center doesn't do it, though. Everybody's moving around. He's hunched over there hanging on.
1st down and 15 for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back, hands off to Veach. Big hole
beautiful.
again. One block, he's gone. To the 20, 10, touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
I'll tell you
Good job.
what, you want to see some line play, you go back. I hope George replays
He'll replay
that.
this one.
I'll tell you what, they had a cross block there. The guard kicked out on the end or the tackle and opened up a hole like you couldn't believe.
Good job that time by the Red Tornadoes.
And that was a run of how long? Old stat guy? 61-yard touchdown run.
Mike Sinkovich changes the shoe to come in to attempt the extra point. Number 66, Joe Chicatano will snap, and number 21, Matt Montgomery, the holder. Snaps back, it's down, kicks up, and it's good. With no time left in the 1st quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 15, 14, the Panthers 0. That's a 1st down and 15 I got there. That's where I got that from.
Just to prove that there is a spark going on in here too, pal.
Go ahead.
I can add up, and that proves that Veach is over 100 yards in the 1st quarter
There
alone.
you go. You're right.
That's right. Huh?
But I think Mr. Gonzalo helped you with that a little bit.
No. He just told me how long the run was, and I added up from the last carry.
So he has 7 carries for how many yards then?
Well, he had just over 100. You know, I mean, who wants to be technical all of a sudden? Jeevers. And as an omen from the gods, the skies have opened up into a torrential downpour, ladies and gentlemen. And the wind is now kicked up again. It's ugly out there again.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes will be number 64, Mike Sinkovich.
I never had to know exact things before. Hope we changed the rules. Jeez.
Hey, you're always bragging.
Somebody says, how many yards did Veach have last night? He said more than 100.
More than 100.
More than 100.
More than 100.
100.
100.
He had more than 100 yards. How much? 7 carries for 108 yards in the first period alone.
Sinkovic's kick is away. Squibber taken short on about the 29-yard line.
Oh.
Big hit by number 29, Dan Malachowski, knocks number 7, Terry Bonner, out of bounds.
That could have been uglier, but Bonner was doing the right thing and taking a step out of bounds. That would have turned real ugly down there. And give Bonner credit, he saw that one coming as he was on the sideline. There wasn't a whole lot of room to go anywhere. Absolutely pouring down rain right now.
Panthers come up on the line. First down and 10 on the 34. Davis fumbles. Snap was bad, and he gets about a 1-yard gain. Boyer in on the tackle also. Number 41, Costello, and number 66, Joe Chicatano. And I see a little bit what happens there is when Boyer goes in for Mike Sinkovic, Cinco's changing his shoe right here. He's getting his kicking shoe off from kicking off.
Right, exactly.
And putting his playing shoe on.
You're
so now
exactly right.
Sort of have that figured out.
You're exactly right. You're not just another pretty face either. So far,
Yeah,
the only one not
observant.
The only one not contributing anything to me so far is Wayne. You know? His new binoculars and everything. He's not doing anything here.
Second down and 10 for the Panthers. Davis rolls to his right, pitches back. Big rush that time by number 60, Jason Malachowski.
Don't want to run that play again.
Big hit by Malachowski that time.
Well, I'll tell you what, the binoculars picked up this time.
Yeah.
3 guys had to take our nose guard out. And when they took 3 guys out, that gave enough room for everybody else, a big hole, everybody else to make the play on the pitch. How's that?
Well, all right, let's take a moment here now. They're like, what, $750 binoculars. They're made out of sheer titanium. And they have, what, a small nuclear processor in there, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll tell you what, I like that. And you brought that from, you get to keep them when you leave the Legion?
Third down and 16, 10:30 left in the first half. Davis with a lone back, rolls to his right, looking downfield. Intercepted by number 29, Dan Malachowski. 22, Brett Veach, sorry. Good job, Brett.
His eyes are getting older by the minute.
I know.
Yes, they
It's
are.
those glasses, I'm telling you.
Should have eaten carrots more.
No, the glasses are actually for close. That's the problem. It's the problem out there. I can really see out there, and I missed that one. So what can I say? Should have checked the socks, right?
That's one way to tell. You're right. You can tell that way. He has the white. Brett has the white ones all the way up.
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Inside handoff to Evans. Big hole. Down, gain of about 12 yards. First down, Red Tornadoes. Nice run. Good block that time, Wayne.
Excellent. Again, you know, that block there, that slash back, that play runs right over the center guard, the 2 guards in the center, and they're just opening up holes there all night long.
Well, it looks like they're coming to pick up one of the Panther Valley players. I saw the ambulance coming in. Now we see the stretcher coming over.
I wonder if it was the one that was
over
here.
He
his
looked
knee.
the most seriously hurt one during that screen pass.
First down, Red Tornadoes on the 33-yard line. Officials time out there for a moment. Konaski, little pass, hits 29 Malachowski to about the 30-yard line. Gain of about 2 yards.
Nice play by Pat Vito.
Pat Vito
from the Panthers that time. Nice coverage, and he held a dangerous back for only a couple yards.
.9:23 left in the first half. 14-0, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Kanaski, back to pass. Straight drop. Looks in the corner of the end zone at Jamin.
He dove. He
looked
dove,
like a
and he's not going to
touchdown.
give it to him.
Touchdown.
I
Come
can't
on.
believe that.
Come on.
Hard to
It's going to be down to the 1 yard line, but
Oh.
boy, was that close to a touchdown.
I don't know about that one.
I'll tell you what, you have to give the coaching staff credit on that call. The play before we put power right, and their whole defense shifted over. There was only one man over there. We came back with the same play and just ran him deep down the left side.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that. It wasn't tight. Oh, like the titanium binocular. It just wrecked into his headset here.
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. Kanaski with the quarterback sneak over. Jonathan Elson, Ricky Harris, and Joe Chicatano for the touchdown.
I think I scratched the lens.
I'm just hoping there's not a radiation leak here. Concerns me more than anything.
Number 64, Mike Sinkovich in to attempt the extra point. Snaps back. Montgomery has it placed. The kick's up. And it's good. With 8:51 left in the first half, the score, the Red Tornadoes 21 from Panther Valley 0. And I guess this is another one of those anthracite Schuylkill League.
League. Yeah. The Panthers are
Games?
are part of the new league.
I already knew that. I thought I'd just start some conversation with
No
you.
problem.
You know that,
no problem.
okay?
I was just hanging back here. Well, I remind everybody that they are watching and listening to WKMC TV, broadcasting direct from Mount Carmel Area High School studios. Our microwave signals WLX 267. We are, of course, everyone knows, an instructional fixed television service. And you find us on a Wednesday night, 8 p.m. on the Service Electric Cable System on Channel 13, our lucky number.
You know what? I think, do you have any Penn State games on Saturday? Do we have any games
there's
on Saturday
Yes,
this
we have
year?
the Marion
Marion game.
and he will be with us.
That's right.
Well,
Very first.
all right.
It's been a long time since he's been to Marion. He doesn't like going up there where the bees are.
It's the
Well,
last
I'll
time with
tell
the
you
Marion,
what,
I got bit by a
But
bee.
he'll be back.
I was scared. I just thought he was not going to be there to give us that information. I was going to tape him. I was going to tape him off the TV.
You guys wouldn't be able to handle it.
Sinkovich with the kickoff. Short kick taken on about the 24-yard line, finds a little running room, but Mike Sinkovich in on the tackle, and it appears Mike knows right where to kick it, that he can get down there and make the tackle, doesn't it?
He's been pretty deadly on the kickoffs. I'll give him that.
It's sort of like someone throwing a pop fly in the air and going down and catching it yourself.
Well, there is someone that's supposed to be staying back as a safety. Now, Mike, Mike
It won't be
is.
Mike, though.
It will not be
No.
Mike. Usually it is the kicker. But usually,
but
but
not
it's
Mike.
not going to be Mike.
One, he's too big of a hitter.
Right.
And two,
Well, he's just too big, period.
Right,
You want some speed back there.
First down and 10 for the Panthers. Davis back to pass.
Oh, Yuri.
Big rush
Oh,
from
right.
Eric Higgins, and
Eric.
he drops Davis on about the 25-yard line.
Davis got hurt that time. He never saw it coming until the last second. Good hit that time, and Davis is a little shaken up. He's up, though.
I'll tell you what,
Mike.
and the problem there was his arm was already up, and
Up in the air.
he was opened up already.
Bunny's a lefty, and that's the side it's coming
Yeah.
from. That whole rib cage is open.
Yeah.
Third down and 10, 8:41 left in the first half. Big rush in there by Joe Costello, makes the hit. Also, Mike Sinkovich and Steve Sinkovich in there on number 45, Scheitram. And we talked about the speed of this defense, and we're seeing it right now.
Yeah.
They just can't. They just get in there all the time. Constant pressure. Number 40, Damian Ziegler into the lineup. He'll come in at right defensive end and replace Higgins. Higgins has some problems with his helmet, and that's why he's coming off.
Ziegler had a good game last week.
Ziegler goes at left defensive end, and Jamin goes at right defensive end. Davis, straight drop back. Big rush from Jamin. Tries a screen pass, almost intercepted by the Red Tornadoes.
Oh, my goodness.
29, Malakowski was in there and almost had it in his fingertips.
Costello was there,
and
first of
Costello,
all.
right.
Joey was there to block the pass. He saw it right away and came over. The big hit there was from Steve Sinkovich on the halfback or whoever was standing there. And I'll tell you what, these kids have to be shaken.
They are getting hit tonight. Davis in punt formation. And Jamin held on the line of scrimmage, not called. Ball bounces around and bounces out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes from the 46. 7:43 left in the first half.
Now the Panthers, at least offensively, have not shown us a whole lot. Say that again, dear. As of this moment, and what do we have here? We have 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in the second quarter. The Panthers have amassed a minus 10 yards on the ground so far. So offensively, they're not exactly a threat at the moment anyway.
Red Tornadoes set up first down and 10. Karnaski at quarterback. Hands off to, good block to Costello again to about the 5-yard gain to about the 50-yard line, but read nicely by a couple of defenders there for the Panthers.
But I'll tell you what, some big holes, and you are right. They are the linebackers, Bob, are reacting to the ball, and their cornerbacks are. But we are controlling the line. In that case, there was Joe Chicatano, who was kicking out on the end to open up the hole.
Second down and 7 yards to go. It was only a 3-yard gain. His knee must have gone down before the 50-yard line. Hand off to Veach, off the left side. Gain of only about 2 yards over there. Molaskian on the tackle, number 88 again, the defensive end, and he's doing a great job from his right defensive end position.
Yeah, he's having a solid defensive game so far. He really is.
Third down and about 5 or 6 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Costello and Veach in the I formation in the backfield. Karnaski drops straight back, looks on a fly pattern to Evans. He's got him out there. Oh! Incomplete on about the 11-yard line.
You see the spiral on that ball?
Yep.
My goodness. That was as tight as it gets. What a rocket that was. So, Wayne.
Yes, sir.
Is there any kind of like government clearances or anything you need to own a set of binoculars like that?
All you have to do is wear the badge.
I mean, privately, you know.
I have the badge on up here just in case it does leak, it turns colors. You know, the radiation badge. So.
What kind of security do
I
you
forgot
do
you guys. Your badges. So.
Well, when Bob's teeth start falling out, I'll know there's a leak.
Red Tornadoes go into a punt formation, and it's a fake punt to Karnaski. Coming around the right side, and he's going to have a first down, and he's down to about the 30 to the 25. First down, Red Tornadoes.
See, Vic almost thought to himself, you know, I'm not going to get to hit anybody. But then he was able to lower the shoulder and nail somebody.
And then when I saw Costello back there, when I saw the snap coming back, it looked like it was a short snap. But I thought, oh no, but it went right to Karnaski.
Nice looking play. It gives Karnaski a chance to stretch those big legs of his, which he enjoys doing.
First down and 10 on the 21-yard line. Hand off to Veach. Big hole. Oh. One man to beat down to the 5. Oh, he cuts it back. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Great run by Brett Veach. Good blocking there on the right side of the Red Tornado line for a Red Tornado touchdown.
He made some sweet moves right at the end, didn't he? My goodness.
You can see why they say that the offensive man has the advantage because he knows where he is going. And you can see the defense was in pursuit coming across the field, and Brett just planted his foot and cut crossed on the 5-yard line. Everybody else slid by.
Yeah, that was a pretty play. That really was.
.64, Mike Sinkovich in, the kick's up, and it's good. With 5:48 left in the first half, the score, the Red Tornadoes 28, the Panthers nothing. That was a great play, Wayne.
Excellent. There you go,
nice
Michael.
Kick this time. Bounces on about the 15 and goes out of bounds. So Panthers will take over first down and 10 on the
35.
I think.
I know.
I was trying for you to do that for me. I didn't know
35.
That one. All right.
I got to quit bailing you out all the time. Jeez. I'm the color guy, remember? I'm not supposed to know statistics.
Well, they're waiting right now for Panthers to say whether or not they really want to do that.
I don't think they have a choice. You don't have a choice.
You don't?
No.
Well, why is the ref taking so much time on the 15-yard line?
They're allowed to make him kick over? You sure?
Sure.
See, I thought that was an automatic. They just moved the ball to the 35.
Illegal procedure called against the Red Tornadoes, and the ball's coming right onto the 35-yard line, which you were right.
What would you do without me? Think about it. Think of the vacuum.
But again, that was a kickoff situation. The ball was touched and run back, and no time went off the clock, right? 5:48 was on the
Ball
clock,
was
so it
not
happens.
touched.
Oh, it wasn't touched.
No, if
Okay.
the ball was touched,
Okay.
it would start.
First down and 10.
Look,
Yeah, Vic
Karnaski's in there.
Karnaski in a defensive end. Davis tries a pass, incomplete, and a couple people into the lineup now. Number 44, John Kalinowski in, 56, Gary Dunn's in at defense, 76, Mike Boyer at a tackle, number 40, Damian Ziegler in there, 81, Mike Zavarik in there, 47, Steve Sinkovich.
I'm wondering if they knew that Vic was in at defensive end. I think he went on his own. I'm telling you, I think he snuck in the game at defensive end.
Number 80 in at defensive end for the Red Tornadoes, Chris Cuff. 45, Ryan McGee is at the strong safety, and number 40, Ziegler, I think we hit him at the other end. 65, Rick Harris at nose guard. Puts the Sinkovich twins at linebackers. Davis, back to pass, rolls to his right. Looking downfield. Dropped by number 7, but a nice tackle made by 44, John Kalinowski. 7, Terry Bonner in there, had the ball in his hands, but Kalinowski did a nice hit. Number 56, Dunn comes out, and 59, Aaron Geary now into the line for the Red Tornadoes.
And again, a whole new defense. Last week we saw 35 players in and out of the game, the whole game.
Yeah.
You know,
it's great when you can play that many people.
It's a tribute to Whitey to do something like that. Plus, you're giving your boys some experience.
Well, you know, it pays off next year. I mean, he's seeing a dividend being paid is what's going to happen
That's
here.
right.
Davis, going to try the option, finds a little running room and hit big by number 64, Mike Sinkovich, and 47, Steve Sinkovich. Both Sinkoviches in on that. When you get hit by the twins, you get hit.
Well, you know, there's a case there where at the beginning of the game you look at our defense and Bob said, well, we're putting, you know, our young defensive line out there. But, well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of experience that's out on that line.
Punting formation. Davis gets the punt away. Evans is going to field the ball on the 35-yard line. Nice tackle made by number 45 from the Panthers, which is Dave Scheitrom.
The good thing about the Cincos on that last play when they combine like that is they also get a chance to take a shot at each other, which, you know, they don't like to pass that up either, you know. It's going to lay a helmet on each other as they're bringing the quarterback down.
I hit him first.
Oh, those guys
I hit
are
him
ugly.
harder?
They're ugly. You don't want to fool with the two of them.
And then you pity the defensive guy when they get to you.
Yeah, just don't fool with them.
New
Or
offense.
the offense. I'm sorry. Sorry, Bob.
New offense in for the Red Tornadoes. 37, Pete Avellino at quarterback. We have 67.
63 moving into the game
Okay,
now.
that's 63, Mike Ravito.
Ravito, yeah.
67, which is Jason Wojtovich. In the backfield, 28, number 28, Al Bailey, the freshman. Number 47, Steve Sinkovich, the sophomore. Bailey, the ball carrier. Nice run for about a 5-yard gain to the 42-yard line.
Bailey looked tough last week. We saw a lot of Bailey last week in the Tamaulipa game, and he looks like a fine runner. And for a freshman, that's quite an accomplishment, the opening up in this backfield.
44, John Kalinowski in there. Now he comes out. 21, Matt Montgomery into the ball game. 64 also in there for the Red Tornadoes, which is Sinkovich. We had him already. Just try to get everybody's name. 60, Malikoski in at right tackle. Quick handoff this time to Sinkovich. Gain of about 2 or 3 yards, but he does a lot on his own.
Done. Let's see where he goes.
A lot on his own.
1 yard. Two. No, 3.
See where he falls before you call the yardage on that one. He wasn't done yet.
Tackle made by number 88, Pete Malaska, from his defensive end position. '81, Mike Zavarik now into the Red Tornado lineup. 72, Jamie Vogler in there at left tackle.
Man with the excellent haircut.
Avellino with a 3rd down and 3 for the Tornadoes from the 44. Pitch back to Bailey. It's a fumble. Picked up by Avellino. He's going to run with the ball, and he's going to be tackled on about the 35-yard line. So Red Tornadoes forced to a punting situation.
Nice thing you saw there. There was one nice thing in that play. I mean, it was a busted play, and it made a mess out of it. But Bailey dropped the ball. He saw that he couldn't get it. Avellino alertly followed his pitch picked him open. Bailey turned and threw a block.
Yep.
He did.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, he's a freshman now you're talking about.
That's right.
You don't see that very often. That was heads-up football there.
Punt formation for the Red Tornadoes. Puts Costello in punting formation. Cassidy booms one. Taken on about the 30-yard line. Finds some running room, and he gets to about the 42-yard line. Couldn't really see who made the hit on that one. Looked like
It was a glancing
maybe
blow.
Malakowski's number 60, Jason Malakowski, or 29, Dan Malakowski.
It was an arm that went out that brought him down, but the tackler wasn't near him when he hit the ground.
First down and 10 for the Panthers. 3 minutes left in the first half. Number 1, Mike Wojtovich now into this lineup on defense at cornerback.
It's always good to have a number 1 on the team.
Davis, back to pass, looks over. Oh, nice tackle made by Wojtovich. It went out of Bonner's hand, but Mike was there to watch it all the way. Would have only gained about 2 yards.
See, the good thing about having Mike on the team now is if you say you go all the way, you win a state championship or something, you can pick him up and wave him. He fills a dual role.
Second down and 10 for the Panthers. 2:54 left in the first half. Davis, back to pass. Rush from Ziegler, has him in his grasp. Good tackle by Damian Ziegler at the 30-yard line. Big rush from the Big Red.
Nice play by Ziegler in that he rushed, but he kept himself under control, and he never let that quarterback get outside. Because the quarterback hesitated thinking, I'll step around him, I'll be okay. Ziegler held position and just kept driving his guy back, and there was no place for the quarterback to go.
Timeout called by the Panthers with 2:26 left in the first half. Red Tornadoes in the lead, 28-0. And again, Red Tornadoes have used a lot of players tonight right here in the second quarter. He's come through with a lot of different people in a lot of different places. Third down and 22 for the Panthers, the ball on the 30-yard line. Davis, straight drop back. Big rush from Boyer. Damian Ziegler going to run him down. Intercepted by John Kalinowski, and this will be a first down for the Red.
He was out of bounds. I was wondering if he was in bounds or
not.
No,
he caught it, but he was out of bounds. Okay, fourth down for the Panthers. Nice job by Kalinowski. Yeah. Cut right in front of his receiver and took that ball.
Second fastest member of this team right now. I did sew that one up after last week's bumble.
Oh, did you really?
Yes, I couldn't remember if it was first or second, but he is second. Apparently, Veach has like about a half of a millisecond on him or something here, but let me put it this way.
Davis, high snap, big rush. Mike Sinkovich held in the center of the line again, taken by Evans on about the 45. Penalty on the play, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds on the about the. No, he isn't. Still on his feet to about the 25-yard line, but we had a push in the back here on about the 43-yard line, so this one's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming way back. Dave did a great job, and he got a good hit for nothing on that one because they're going to march back. A little tough to hide that one, too. It was right out in the open, man. You can't even kind of step onto the sideline and pretend it didn't happen there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he made a quick call there, though, on that one. And in the center of the line, Mike Sinkovich came through, was tackled. The guy had him by the shoulder pads, tackling him down, and no call made there. So some calls being missed tonight. I won't say many, but I've seen two punting situations where two Red Tornadoes have been held up.
And you know what? With Bob's eyes, it must be obvious.
That's right. Very.
From where we're at.
Oh, the Wainster comes in with a shot, huh?
Yeah, he did.
Got a little bored and took a shot at you, didn't he?
2:01 left in the first half, the ball on the 23-yard line. Bailey in the backfield again along with Sinkovich. Hand off to Bailey. Finds a little running. Now he's got a little more for about a 5-yard gain to about the 34-yard line. Nice tackle made in there by number 15, which is Dan Sable from the Panthers.
Nice run by Bailey. Pick up 6 yards that time?
6-yard gain. John York, number 77, into the lineup for the Panthers. Number 1, Wojtovich, the quarterback for the Red Tornadoes. Inside handoff to McGee, finds some running room. Ryan McGee around the left side, turning on the speed, still going, still on his feet to about the 42-yard line, and Ryan McGee put everything into that run.
That was a nice play by McGee. And remember, McGee had broken his leg.
Oh, big time, compound fracture.
A really bad break of his
In a
leg.
car accident.
In a car accident. It was a couple of years ago, I guess now. But it's really good to see him come back and run so tough as he just did there. That's a good sign.
First down, Red Tornadoes, the ball in the 44-yard line of the Panthers. 1:08 left in the first half. Wojtowicz pitches back to Zavarik. Brings it around the right side, finds some blocking, and then is tackled by, again, number 15, Sable, but after about a 9-yard gain.
He didn't have to find the blocking was there. He had to catch up to it. Our line was down, taking the defense back 5, 6, 7 yards.
Matt Montgomery, 21 into the game for the Red Tornadoes. He'll split far left, and that'll put still Bailey and number 47, Sinkovic, in the backfield. Wojtowicz to Sinkovic, up the middle.
Oh,
Steve Sinkovic to the 10. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Nice run by Steven Sinkovic.
Well, that's the Steve Sinkovic from last year. If you remember, coming on as a freshman, he gets through the line with the speed and he is fast. For the size of him, he is very, very quick.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he's very strong. He's a kid that you cannot arm tackle when he's going through the line. And once he gets through, he's going.
Montgomery in to hold for the kick, and here we have a official's timeout so Sinkovic could change his shoe, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He was just changing his shoe down there.
Puts Mike Sinkovic on to attempt the extra point. The snap's back, it's down, the kick's up, and it's good. With 21 seconds left in the first half, the score, the Red Tornadoes 35, the Panthers from Panther Valley 0. Number 64, Mike Sinkovic, kicks off for the Red Tornadoes. Hits on about the 35, and this one's going out of bounds on about the 24, so they're going to have to, this one, the Panthers will take over on the 35-yard line.
You know what? There must be like a tilt on the field because it keeps going on at the exact same spot all the time.
It's the wind.
He should point. Well, he should point the other way though. Kick directly to the other side. Yeah, maybe move over a little bit. Jose says that's a good idea. And obviously the wind is moving towards the press box, which is where the ball's going out of bounds at all the time.
Illegal procedure called against the Red Tornadoes, so they'll have a first down and 10. Number 75, Jonathan Elson at right tackle.
I might add, though, it's not like a crucial moment in time either.
Tries one off the right side, in on the tackle, Sinkovic. And Jonathan Elson getting up 75 and 35, Brian Detry in there.
I don't know if you want to know this or not, but I actually saw a bus leave his feet there. He was airborne. I didn't think that was possible.
They said, what happened there?
There was air under his cleats.
No, you know what they did there? They called for a tackle, and he was listening, and he just ran right out. I don't think he was supposed to.
He
when
jumped.
he dove for the guy. Okay.
There was air underneath him. I didn't think that happened very often.
That's the end of the first half. The score, the Red Tornadoes 35. The Panthers from Panther Valley, nothing. We'll be back with some halftime stats from Warren and Jose in 1 moment. All right, back here to start the second half. Big lead for the Red Tornadoes and some impressive halftime stats for the Big Red.
Well, there's some ugly halftime stats here if you want to really compare them. I mean, we'll go through them as we go.
Well, I guess ugly for whomever you're.
Well, yeah.
If you're a Panther,
you're wearing black and gold. They're bad ugly. I mean, you don't want to think about them. Big Red. I mean, they had 3 games in the first half here. I mean, they were just running roughshod. Panthers. I expect that you're not going to see probably any of the starters in this game probably for the remainder of the game. I doubt you may even see them on their side. I'm not sure. They had a lot of players in that last series that had not
put
started
some other
the game.
people in,
so
right.
They're getting some experience over there too.
Well, in fact, kicking off for the Panthers right now is number 15, Dan Sable.
Yeah, the one time I don't have to run down for the stats, like in the last 10 years, and there was no food in the press box. What is
I know, I checked that.
Conspiracy or what?
I don't know.
Ran right over, made a beeline for the table. There was no food. You know, we brought those two new guys in there in this press box. Things went downhill.
Kick taken by Veach. Finds a hole. He's gone. To the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Big hole. Good block. Looked like Jeff Evans and probably Dan Malakowski because they did about the biggest, a big hole there by Evans and Malakowski to get them through.
Great run by Veach.
$41-0. The Red Tornadoes in the lead, and number 64, Mike Sinkovich, gets the shoe off and goes to attempt the extra point. Joe Costello in there on the block. There were like, I saw Costello, I think Malakowski, and kicks up. And no good. With 11:47 left in the third, the score, the Red Tornadoes 41, the Panthers nothing. Kicks away, bounces on about the 24-yard line, and it's down there.
Oh.
Also hit by 21, Matt Montgomery. 29, Dan Malakowski.
I couldn't see when he turned. That's a case he should have blown the whistle quicker.
Yeah, it seemed that way because his knee was down, but it looked like he was getting back up. And when he was back up, Dan couldn't see that he had been down.
No, they needed a whistle quicker that time. As soon as your knee touches and you touch the ball, the play's over.
First down for the Panthers. Red Tornado first team defense gets one more shot at it. Davis tries one up the middle, fumble on the play, recovered by the Red Tornadoes.
Oh, goodness, you almost hope they didn't. I mean,
well, they're unpiling it right now. They're looking to see if there was a fumble or not. Little discussion going on right now with Panther Valley.
what do you think you're talking about?
Do you want to be on offense or do you want to be on defense?
There must have been a flag thrown.
I'm not sure what they're saying.
Guys, what do you
Second down,
do?
that's it.
What do you want to do now?
Okay, there was no flag throwing. What was he talking about?
I have no idea what they're doing there.
Actually, it's first down and 10 for some unknown reason.
Oh, the ball was not ready for play?
I guess that would be probably the only call we could make on that one.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't have a clue.
They try one up the middle again. Looks like about the same play to Jamin in on the tackle. Also number 66, Chicatano, and number 60, Jason Malakowski, 54, Jeff Evans. 4 guys in there on the tackle, just doing some gang tackling for the Red Tornadoes and making a big charge. Second down and 10. .39 left in the third. Davis having a rough time with the call, and Panthers they're forced to call timeout. So we'll have a second down and 10 here with 10:33 left in the third quarter.
I mean, we said in the beginning, obviously, from what we can tell, their game is passing.
Right.
Passing was done. You're not going to pass tonight. It's not going to happen. I mean, you can throw a short pass, you can throw a screen pass. That's about it. If you come in here thinking you're going to win on a pass, the weather took that whole thing away from you. Secondly, the defensive pressure has just been unbelievable. I mean, they really haven't got on track ever on any given play.
Quick handoff, nice tackle made. 66 and 64. Joe Chicatano had him. Mike Sinkovich finished him off. Scheitram the ball carrier, and Scheitram's about ready to jack it up here too. Every time he's been in there, 2, 3, 4 Tornadoes tackling him all the time.
I mean, the Panther Valley in the first half rushed the ball a total of 11 times for minus 12 yards. And they passed the ball. They were 1 of 15 in the passing department for 5 yards. So, I mean, truly futile on offense, at least in the first half.
Third down and 12 to go for the Panthers. Scheitram and Summers in the backfield. Davis going to try a pass. Big rush from Higgins. Lobs one up at number 88, Malaska. And they go out of bounds.
They're gonna call that intentional grounding, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It really looked like Malaska was there. I mean, at least close enough that you could have called that.
Well, I think it went out of bounds probably about 5-6 yards further even down than what we saw.
He just got it. He got it thrown out of bounds too far.
Yeah, the security guard over there had a good shot at it, but he didn't make a move.
Well, this puts Davis way back in punting formation. It'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty to take the ball back to about the 5 or 6 yard line and put Davis into the end zone for this punt. It actually went to the 4 yard line.
Say that was one ugly penalty there. You're better off getting sacked rather than taking that penalty.
Davis has the short punt because it's a short snap. He has to watch he doesn't step into the end zone. Good snap by the center, gets the punt away. Malachowski takes it on the 31 yard line, looks for some running room, gets one good block over there from Ziegler, and still stays right around the 45 yard line. Never stops running though. First down, Red Tornadoes, Malaska, number 88 in on the tackle, and he's trying as hard as he can to keep this game in some perspective of good play.
Well, you got some good players over there, obviously. I mean, you got to feel for them. I mean, this is not an easy thing to do, to be losing 35-0 in the half, and you come out in 3 seconds into the second half, you're down 41-0. That's not a good feeling. It's frustrating, and it's tough when you're a good football player to play under those conditions, but there is no other choice at the moment.
And plus the other thing, puts Whitey in a situation here. The Tornadoes are going up against 2 good teams in the next 2 weeks, Southern and Shamokin. And their first team has to, be on the field as much as possible.
Joe Costello, big run, gain of about 13 yards. Nice blocking on the right side down to the 24 yard line, but a good finish by Joe Costello.
I mean, Big Red, if you look in the first half, they rushed the ball 25 times for 236 yards in the first half alone. They were 3 of 8 in the passing department for 57 yards. They had 13 first downs. Panther Valley had 1. Veach had 132 yards in the first half.
.8:27 left in the third quarter. Malachowski, Dan, number 29 in the backfield now. Inside handoff to Evans, finds some running room, needs one block from Jamin, gets around it. Touchdown, Dave Evans and the Red Tornadoes. And actually, number 30, Sean Jamin, did a great job at just holding up the defender from coming around, and Evans just turned on that little extra speed for the touchdown. 64, Mike Sinkovich changes the shoe for another extra point tonight.
He's going to have a blister on his foot pretty soon, changing his shoe on and off. You got to get him a loafer.
Velcro.
How about a zipper?
Velcro. Yeah, he needs Velcro. You got to mention that. Got to chip in and get a Velcro kicking shoe.
Matt Montgomery, the holder. Joe Chicatano with the snap. It's back. Montgomery has it down. The kick's up. And no good. And when it's no good on this side of the field, I have no clue, because it looks like it's going right down the middle of the pipe.
I think they were looking at it twice there, too, before they made a call.
8:09 left in the third quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 47, the Panthers nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, you do have to give the line, you look at Veach, the number of yards that he does have. You look at here Malachowski running again. Costello is running all over the place.
Dave Evans on the inside handoffs.
On all misdirection plays, guards pulling and everything else, and you do have to give our interior line, starting over with Gary Dunn, Ricky Harris, Jonathan Else, Joe Chicatano, and Mike Boyer, all the credit in the world. I mean, they're just opening up some holes. They're containing their blocks. They're taking the linebackers and shielding the linebackers for our running backs.
I'm going to throw Eric Higgins in there, too.
Yeah, Shemansik was the ball carrier on that play. Ryan McGee with a nice open field tackle. Go ahead, Warren.
Yeah, I mean, Higgins, especially when the offense is pulled in the passing game a little bit, he's a blocker, and he's about as devastating a blocker at tight end position as you're ever going to see.
Well, there's a case right there in this last touchdown. He kept with the defender, and the defender was still maybe a half a step ahead of him. but he continued to chase after the defender. The defender was trying to turn to make the tackle or get into the runner's face, and Higgins just ran him over.
Davis remains in at quarterback. Handoff to good tackle in there by number 66, Joe Chicatano. That was number 45, the ball carrier for the Panthers, Scheitram.
Joe's coming out, and I'm wondering if he snuck in. I mean, I'll be anxious at Supper Club to ask how Kornatsky got a defensive end. I'm anxious to hear the explanation for that.
Mike Boyer in a tackle. Number 59, Aaron Geary in a tackle. Ziegler at tight end and Cuffett, or at defensive end, and Cuffett defensive end. Ricky Harris, the nose guard. Davis back to pass. Looking downfield. Nice play by John Kalinowski to get turned around and knock that one away from the receiver, number 30, John Shemansik.
Yeah, Kalinowski played it perfectly. 37 was down there with him, too.
Pete Avellino.
Avellino, he was also coverage, so.
Well, you can see the lights really flickering on the field right now.
I'm getting nervous about the wind a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, the defender, they were defended well. The receiver was open, and I believe the way the defender and the receiver were looking at the ball coming out, and then all of a sudden it was blown behind them. Mm-hmm. I think you get the ball up in this wind like this, it plays havoc on a pass.
Davis tries the hand off to Summers. Knocked in there, and final tackle made by number 70, looks like 76, Boyer in on the tackle along with Mike Sinkovich. 4th down and about 9 yards to go for the Panthers. 6:31 left in the third quarter, and they're in a punting situation. Puts 11, Davis back to punt. Avellino, number 37, will go back, also alongside of him.
That's 45.
45, Ryan McGee. Going in the direction of McGee. He's going to take it on the 41-yard line, fumble, and recovers it on about the 44. First down, Red Tornadoes from the 44-yard line.
It's got to be a tough catch. The thing blowing in every different direction as it's coming down here.
Number 52, Charlie Adams in the game, along with number 55, Jeff Homiak. In the line, Vogler 72 back in the line again. Center number 67, Jason Wojtovich. 37, Pete Avellino will come in at quarterback. Normally in this lineup, we've had number 28, Bailey at the tail, which we have, and number 47, Steve Sinkovich at the fullback. Handoff to Steve Sinkovich. Gain of about 5 yards up the middle.
We had Dave Shinsky here at halftime up talking to us about 1989, another hurricane, Hurricane Hugo. He was remembering a week later than this when we would be playing Shamokin.
Okay.
And when they canceled the game with the threat of the hurricane coming up the East Coast like that, it's pretty much the same year, only we played tonight. But he had a pretty accurate memory of that time. Something must have happened to him during Hugo. And he mentioned it to me, and I wanted to say it because he does carry a gun, too.
Right.
So, like a fool with him, You humor him as much as you can.
Avellino hands off to Bailey, finds a hole, gets it to about the 45, fights for a first down to the 44-yard line. First down, Red Tornadoes. Nice run by the young freshman Al Bailey.
And this is a little tidbit that Jose dropped on me at Supper Club in between my bites of the chicken parmesan. But you don't notice this when we do these games for how long now? We have not lost on this field since 1993, and I believe it was Pottsville, Jose, who beat us in '93. Was the last home loss here? You were saying Pottsville Crimson. It's Whitey's only home loss and that was that would be the last year of the Crimson Tide series, correct? Yes.
Hands off to 26, Ivor Facer down to about the 41-yard line. Nice run by Ivor. Good blocking by Vogler over on that side. Also, Wojtovich and Charlie Adams.
You think, well, that's quite an accomplishment when you're thinking about it. It doesn't seem like it piles up that way, but it does. I'm
missing one guard in there. It must be 63, Mike Mike Ravito?
I think it is.
Okay, because I've got everybody but the one guard. Hand off to Facer again. Tries it around the right side. Big tackle that time by number 75 from the Panthers.
I was waiting for this guy to come
Mike
up.
Demonovich.
I would guess that there's a bunch of vowels in there.
We'll take it, right?
There's a Y. When you throw a Y in the middle of a name, you know you're in trouble.
That's right. Third down, and
I was waiting for him to do something.
I looked
so
down.
You'd have to call.
You covered me good, though, by saying that. You gave me time to say it to myself. You know, third down and 11. Third quarter left here in the third quarter. 3:07. Wow. Avellino tried the inside handoff to Kalinowski, gain of only about a yard. Bring up a fourth down and about 8 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Red Tornadoes going for it on the 42-yard line. Avellino at quarterback. Handoff to Sinkovic. Close to a first down, but he won't get it, so it'll be first down and 10, the Panthers, on about the 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
Look forward to Supper Club tomorrow night. I mean, a big game with our first ever varsity meeting with the Southern Columbia Area Tigers.
Two quality programs.
Yeah,
I mean, the last 3 years, two of the best programs in the state.
Try to find success like that.
That's
with
right.
Two programs within, 8, 10 miles of each
right.
other, 12 miles of each other. That's pretty tough to do.
Fumble on the play, number 12, the new quarterback, and he's hit in there by 72 Vogler.
Much anticipated matchup. The Class A, Southern Columbia, of course, playing Class A
Right.
ball. We're a double-A team. But it's another one of those moments in time where everybody knows everybody else. You know, I mean, it's no hiding here.
Yeah, it's a backyard rivalry that a lot of people have said should have started a long time
Years.
ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Years.
It didn't do that, but it's ready to start now.
Oh, it'll be cranking up tomorrow night. Or Friday
night, right. Inside handoff, finds a little running room. Nice tackle in there by the Red Tornado, number
28.
28. Is it 28?
28.
28 in on the tackle, which is Al Bailey.
You know those kind of games. You add a game like that, and that only helps both programs. You get that community spirit and that's a big thing. The community gets involved in a game like that, and the businesses and everybody's talking it up at the coffee shops during the week and everything. That's just a great thing for both programs.
Parembo back to pass. Over the middle, complete to number 8, Noel Abadia.
Abadia. No, Abadia.
Abadia. Abadia.
Abado.
First down for the Panthers. 21 seconds left in the third quarter.
It was a nice pass that time. I mean, he threw a bullet there.
He did throw a bullet. I'll tell you what, Mike Wojtowicz was right on top of the defender.
Parembo pitches back. Cuff almost had him, but then he's finished off in there by number 1, which is Wojtowicz. Also 47 in there, Steve Sinkovic, and 52, Charlie Adams.
Jose just told me that was their second completion in 18 attempts and their second first down of the year.
Makes it a little tough, doesn't it?
That's stats like that is why you're 47-0.
And the real amazing thing about this whole thing is we have a whole fourth quarter to go yet.
Amazing was not the choice I would be
probably
picking,
wasn't the word, right?
Yeah, you think in a baseball game, you have the 10-run rule and everything. You think you'd have a third quarter rule or something like that in football.
A 50-run rule maybe, or 50-point rule?
It's just a tough loss for the Panthers. It's a long drive home on a loss like this, certainly back into the Lansford area. I guess we're going to be Shamokin and us, depending what Shamokin had done with Blue Mountain. We'll be near the lead in the Schuylkill County, or the Schuylkill League. We'll be close, not Schuylkill County, the Schuylkill League.
Parembo back in at quarterback, 2nd down and 13 yards to go to start the 4th quarter. He's going to have a straight drop back, looks to the right side. A great tackle made by John Kalinowski because number 17, the receiver Matrazo, was going with that ball. Good tackle by number 44, John Kalinowski. Parembo on the draw play. Summers, the ball carrier, up to about the 44-yard line. Tackle in there by number 80 Cuff, and also 47 in there, Steve Sinkovich.
Oh, John had a great line earlier tonight when he came in with a hat that had M on it, where it was blue. I said, what the heck does M stand for? He looked at me and said, Mister. I pretty much crawled back into the hole I came out of, and it was over.
4th down. I think you lost me. 4th down and 4 for the Panthers. Parembo almost fumbles the ball, back to pass, looks over the right side, intercepted by 35, Brian Detry. Takes it down the left side of the field, trying on a cutback. Now he turns it on.
Speed.
Good speed by Detry to the 10. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes, Brian Detry with the touchdown.
Wow, speed is right. My goodness, can he switch the speed on and off? Mike, he was in slow motion for a second there, waiting for the blockers to line up, and then he took off like a rocket.
That's what he did. He had 3 defenders right in front of him, but he had enough of blocking. He waited until everybody was shielded off, and then just took off.
Oh my goodness!
What speed!
That was a great run there.
Mike Sinkovich in to attempt the extra point for the Red Tornadoes. Montgomery the hold, and Chicatano with the snap. Snaps it back. It's down, the kick's away. And it's good. With 10:18 left in the ball game, the score, the Red Tornadoes 54, the Panthers 0. Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes now, number 88, Jake Shellhammer.
19.
Jake's a sophomore.
81. Okay, folks, I don't know if you heard him in the background. This is the first time we've scored 50 points, and oddly enough, the last time we did was 1981 against Panther Valley.
So they must have had some bad teams back in the 80s.
A little bit of a dubious honor if you're Panther Valley, I guess, but...
Number 7, the ball carrier, which is Terry Bonner. Tackle made by 26, Ivor Facer, and also in there, I get a number for you here in a second. It was number 82 for the Red Tornadoes, Dan Daukus.
Now there's change of possession, and the clock is still running.
That's okay.
I know.
don't bring it up, all right?
Panther Valley takes over first down and 10 from about the 38-yard line.
Guys, I got more bad news for Panther Valley.
Go ahead.
Not only is it the first time we've scored 50, but it's the most points we've scored since we beat, are you ready, in 1980, Panther Valley 62-8. I mean, the Panthers definitely don't want to go back and look at it in the record book
books.
here.
59, Aaron Geary on the tackle, along with number 79, which is Chris Hughes. So Hughes and Geary on the tackle on that play.
There's 9 minutes left.
Give
him a chance, will you?
That 62-8 one's a bad one there. I don't know if you want to eclipse that or not.
Back to pass. Oh,
nice
tackle made by 44, John Kalinowski. 18 with the reception, Alex Paul, but he's not real thrilled that he caught it.
I'll tell you what, Kalinowski's having a heck of a game here too, though. He's everywhere.
I'll tell you what, coming up real nice from his cornerback position to make that tackle.
Still raining out there on the field. Nice and dry in here still, no problems. Every once in a while the wind blows and my arm gets wet, but I'm okay. It's the only perk this job has.
Again, back to pass. Rush this time, coming on across. Incomplete at about the 40-yard line. Nice coverage by 37, Pete Avellino. Big rush by number 70 from the Red Tornadoes, which is Aaron Ober, and also 59, Aaron Geary. So the two Aarons in on that one. Number 15 in punt formation for the Panthers, Dan Sable. Going to put number 37, Pete Avellino, and number 28, Al Bailey, deep for the Red Tornadoes. Kicks away in the direction of Avellino. Bounces on about the 30-yard line. Rolls down to the 27, 28-yard line. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching and listening to WKMC TV, brought to you direct from the campus of Mount Carmel Area High School. Over our broadcast signal, WLX 267. It's a microwave signal. We are an instructional fixed television service, and we are carried on Service Electric's cable system, channel 13, 8 p.m. on a Wednesday evening.
Number 1, Wojtovich, Mike Wojtovich, into the lineup, the quarterback for the Red Tornadoes. Rolls with the ball. Going to take it all the way himself. Nice run down on the 20-yard line by, I can't get the number of the Panther Valley player, but a good defensive play that time by Panther Valley. Lots of about 8 yards. It'll be second down and 18 for the Red Tornadoes.
I think he's going to want to check with that front line because they were making reservations at Matucci's while he was going around the end.
Bailey and Sinkovich in the backfield. Inside to Sinkovich. Drives for about maybe 4 yards.
Drives.
Notice I didn't say anything until he carried everybody through. I was waiting until he got down.
Did. I think 3 of our guys and 4 of Panther Valley. He doesn't care who it is.
He carries the ball. He's like a moving jumble going through there. The arms and legs and everything, and him going through.
Number 70, Aaron Ober, into the game. Third down and about 13 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Wojtovich comes up, hands off to Bailey, finds some running room for about a 6-yard gain to about the 31-yard line. Nice hole that time by the center of the Red Tornado offense.
Okay, remind me at supper club to ask the cheerleaders why it was they were screaming for Harry.
Who's Harry?
We don't know. That's why he's going to ask.
I want to meet him. He had a whole squad of cheerleaders yelling his name. I want to know this guy.
What, are you going to change your name now?
Some extra people coming into the Red Tornado punting team right now. Puts Jake Shellhammer back in punt formation for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back, good snap. Kicks away, bounces on about the 44, almost taken, and then recovered by number 17 from Panther Valley, Matrazo, but is that Kalinowski down there
John,
trying for the ball.
I'll tell you what, John did the right thing. The receiver of the punt fumbled the ball, and he grabbed him by the shoulders to pull him off it. The best thing to do. Tackle him anyway.
79 into the Red Tornado lineup. Chris Hughes at nose guard. Bailey in there now. Wojtovich in there, number 1. Sinkovich, 47. Aaron Geary, 59. Jamie Vogler, 72. Chris Cuff, number 80. And Dan Daukas, 82. 35, Brian Detry at the corner. Pitch, fumble on the play. In there, 79, Chris Hughes to try to cover it for the Red Tornadoes, but Panther Valley takes over.
How many? Oh,
What?
3 minutes. I was thinking
3 minutes and 14 seconds left in the ball game.
Is it after midnight yet?
Not quite.
It's close though, isn't it?
Yeah. By your standards, yes. Big hole. Wojtowicz. Now he breaks it around the right side. Summers going down the sidelines. Knocked out of bounds by number 88, Shellhammer, and 35, Brian Detry. Shellhammer and Detry showed the speed to get over there, though. Detry came across the field to get down to knock him out of bounds. But first down, Panthers from the 31-yard line. 2:51 left in the ball game. 54-0. Red Tornadoes in the lead.
Well, we've seen Detry's speed already, so we know what he can do. Shellhammer we haven't seen run that much, but he can put the speed on too when he has to.
Oh, tried an inside
Nowhere.
handoff there, right down on the bottom of the pile.
53?
59, Aaron Geary.
Gary Hughes was in on that too.
79, Chris Hughes, and 59, Aaron Geary. Second down and 10, 2:09 left in the ball game. Back to pass, looks over the middle, incomplete. Third down and 10.
88, Shellhammer came across on that one and deflected the ball.
You know what, they are leaving the clock continue to run. They are keeping the clock running. I think that was talked about, that if it would, get there. That's why I was wondering why the fourth quarter had gone by so fast. The clock has just continued to run on incompleted passes.
That's a good thing.
Plus, I would probably say that Mr. McPhee went out and told him, look, I only have so many tapes down here.
Well, he just told me that we got to wrap this baby up quick when it comes to the end of the game.
Well, we can do that, can't we?
We've stretched our tape about as far as it goes right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, with 1:10 left on the clock, we can start wrapping this one up right now.
We're on that white part of the tape now at the end.
Well, as the plays are going here, we say a little bit, it was a disappointing evening for the Panthers coming in here. A big win for the Red Tornadoes, 54-0. But next week, as we said, moving over to Southern Columbia area, two top quality programs, Mount Carmel area, Southern Columbia area, game we're all really looking forward to.
Oh, yeah. Whitey made a point last night that people tend to overlook a little bit, in that you look at a Tamaqua team now, everybody said, Tamaqua was a bad football team. They didn't have much football. Panther Valley, here's a team that doesn't look that good either to you. But he said, maybe it's because we're that good. Maybe we are playing and we're getting better and better and better, and we're just making other teams look a lot worse than they really are. I think you're going to see Panther Valley win a few games down the season. You know what I mean?
Right.
So maybe that's it. Maybe we're kind of misjudging us a little bit. And obviously, I think on Friday night we'll have a real good idea of where we stand when we walk onto the field over at Southern Columbia and see what they have to show us, because big team, big linemen. They have
strong linemen,
an excellent running back in this Rosini kid that we've heard so much about. So
Rosini, Murphy back there, excellent backs, just going to be a really good ball game, I think, and
a test. And I think
a test for both teams, because again, Southern Columbia area is happy and interested in playing Mount Carmel. So really good game for both squads. Interesting one here tonight, though. Just some major offensive power from the Red Tornadoes.
Well, I'll tell you what, Whitey has to be pleased with everything. In the last 2 weeks, even though not a very strong opponent on either case, Tamaqua or Panther Valley, but you're looking at some offense that give us misdirection here and there, some good blocking schemes, especially when you get misdirection plays like this on offense. You have pulling guards and everything else, and I think our interior line has now come about, and they're doing an excellent job. Okay, I see him standing over there. He's pointing to us. Watch. I thought I thought I'd pull a warrant
I thought
tonight.
somebody tried to steal his watch. I didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
We got some final game stats there from Jose, and this is something interesting to go over right here.
Okay, at the end of the game, Mount Carmel area has rushed 36 times for a total of 297 yards. Passing, they were 3 of 8 for 57. Absolutely no passing in the second half whatsoever.
Hurry up, don't spit out your dentures.
Panther Valley running. They rushed the ball 23 times for a total of 13 yards. They were 4 of 23 for 24 yards. They had 37 total yards on the game tonight. Mount Carmel had 15 first downs. Panther Valley had 3.
And I think we can wrap it up right with that. That's about as much as we can say. Everybody remember, Supper Club tomorrow night, Thursday night at Matucci's. Come on down. Put your money on the table. $5 for the players, $6 for a great meal. Get the opportunity to meet Warren and tell him what you think about the way he does these broadcasts. And we'll be back next Wednesday night, Southern Columbia area, Mount Carmel area. Good one to watch. Good one for us to see. I'm Bob Else.
I'm Warren Altamar.
Wayne Brokenshire.
Good night.